Starting the other camera. Let's do this. How the camera's going? Sweet. What is up, everyone? SuperDuckman24 here. I don't know how well you can see my head. How the camera's pointed at the ground. You know what that means? Couch is pulled back. Basement a mess. That's right. It's time for the Super Duckman. Finally remembered the logo. 24 vacuum challenge. We got the Bissell and we got the Riccar. The Riccar has a fresh bag, and the Bissell I think needs to be emptied. We're gonna put these vacuums to their paces. I cleaned my basement for the first time maybe in almost a month, maybe. And not all that is just from me. I finally emptied out the couch. I just tipped it over and let everything fall out. And I had a goldfish bag that kind of ripped. So that explains the goldfish. Anyways, we are going to put the Bissell and the Riccar to their test. And we are going to do this. I promised a friend of mine that I would do this. So this is going to, hopefully she'll watch this. I was surprised how many people actually watch this from my school. I didn't think these videos would be that popular, but they are, so we're good. I'm gonna move my lemonade out of the way. That would be bad to have a lemonade spill. It's a waste of lemonade. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm kind of looking through because there are a lot of chunks of big stuff, and I don't want the vacuums to get clogged. Mainly the Bissell. The Riccar I have more faith in, sadly, and the Bissell, really, I think, I don't know. The Bissell does okay, but we'll see. I'm going to use the Riccar on the bigger side because it just handles those a lot better, so we'll see how it does. The Dirt Devil is clogged. Something is stuck in the tube. For those of you who remember the Dirt Devil, it is that long silicone looking vacuum, you know, with the neck, and I don't know. It was featured on my YouTube channel. I'm gonna make a playlist of all my vacuum videos, so you'll see it. Anywho, I'm gonna probably have to either take it up or try to see if I can fish it out with something, but it's clogged, so it doesn't work, and I don't want to put any strain on the motor trying to unclog it, because that would be bad. First of all, I gotta make sure that you guys can't see the TV because I am watching a Formula 1 race. And with copyright crap being as big as it is, especially on YouTube, I don't want to get in trouble. Okay, so first up is the Riccar on the big messy side. Fresh bag. Hey, guys, can't even see the TV on the side. Let's do this. And by the way, I remembered the Super Duckman24 logo. Oh, and by the way, for the steps, I'm going to be using a handheld vacuum. It is a Shark vacuum. Should put it in the middle so y'all can see. So yeah, you can see it. Really good vacuum. I like it. It's easier to do the steps with that instead of having to lug these things up there. I usually use the Dirt Devil because that one's easier too. So first of all, let's make sure the vacuum works. Motor sounds different. Oh well, haven't used this vacuum in so long. Let's do this! Oh, something's sticking. Remind me to put this. Adjust your volumes accordingly, because this may get loud at times. Back to the show. Wow, this is loud. Okay, so far so good. No blockage yet. Car's really doing a good job, I like it. Move the cord. Not half bad, actually. Not half bad. I'm probably going to go over this again with a another vacuum, and I'm not liking that sound. Let's see the damage. Oh, hoo. That's not good. Oh yeah, we had a major problem. I didn't put the bag on very well. So all that, we got some debris and crap that has flown into the filter area, so I'm going to get the Bissell and clean that out before I use it, the Riccar anymore. So we'll do that. In the meantime, still did a great job, even though the bag came off. Whoops. Happens. It's not the first time it's happened. Happened with my mom, happened with myself. Yeah, it's part of life. Okay. It's Bissell's turn. I'm going to empty the bag first and make sure the filter isn't covered with crap. Believe it or not, I use this upstairs a lot, and upstairs gets far more dust than down here. I'll show you what I'm talking about. You can see all that gray crap and all that dust and cat litter. By the way, you may have seen my cat in a couple of my lawn cutting videos, and talking about that great stuff. Anyways, my cat was put to sleep a couple weeks ago. Died at the age of 17. She was in a lot of pain, and frankly, we could not bear to put her through anymore. So the decision was made. So may she rest in peace. Anywho, like I was saying about the filter, with all that dust, you know, that filter gets a lot cleared up or clogged up, and that cat litter gets down in there, so it needs a suction every now and again, so you have to clean it out. Plus, and I need to get a new HEPA filter, so probably when I turn on, it's going to belch out a lot of dust and smoke and crap. But otherwise, it's a really good vacuum, man. I like it. I keep it upstairs and in my bedroom, and that way I don't have to lug that one up because my mom uses that. So I am going to raise the vacuum up a little bit instead of having it all the way down, just because I think it does better. When it's higher up, it can get a lot more. I'm going to use the middle extension here, where the TV is. I used the Riccar for a little bit. Don't worry, I'm gonna do the whole basement with you guys. I'm not gonna do this little section. We're gonna make this worthwhile because I haven't made one in a while, a vacuum video in a while. I'm gonna check the time. YouTube has time criteria. I don't know. I don't even know what I just said. My one camera, which is the HD one, is running low on battery, so we'll have to make this quick so we can get maximum vacuumage out of this. I'm gonna make you guys like this video, make it worth your time. Okie dokie. We're gonna raise it up to about halfway. Yeah, we'll raise it up one before high carpet. This way we can get the bigger chunks and stuff. Let's do this. Watch it belch up smoke. Oh, I didn't do it. We got what I wanted to get the bigger parts and pieces up. That way I wouldn't have to keep going up like that. So now, that's also why I wasn't picking up very well. This stuff is lower to the ground. So we're all the way down now, so we can get maximum stuff and get all the little pieces out of the carpet. Let's do this. My butt. Oh, crap. cleaned out the Riccar. We had the vacuum bag issue. So I cleaned out the filters and everything. Make sure nothing got down in there. Hopefully she'll run fine. I have faith. The Riccar's strong. I like the Bissell, but man, the Riccar's been with us a long time, so it's a great vacuum. By the way, for Christmas, I highly recommend when you're done taking down the tree or putting up the tree, if you have a bunch of those bristles, use a bag vacuum, frankly. I actually saw this on a TV show. I forgot the name. And I think it was also on YouTube, on why vacuums lose suction and stuff. Bagless vacuums, any brands, including Dyson, that was the shocker. And I'll have to find it. If I can find a video, I'll link it to it. But even all bagless vacuums will lose suction just because of the way the filters are designed and everything. And, you know, oh man, it's hot air was born, I'm sweating again. Anyways, I think they'll just lose suction easier just because, you know, and then those bristles, or whatever you want to call them, get in those filters, and then you have to clean out the filters and crap. Personally, I just would rather go with a bag vacuum, just frankly because you don't have to worry about it. And another thing is, we used to have a bagless vacuum. It was a Hoover. I said that really funny, Hoover. And when we were cleaning out, we always had to go out in the yard, and my dad had to take the filter off and do all this sorts of crap to get all the little prickly thingies off. We'll just call them prickly thingies. I don't even know what you want to call them anymore. Okay, I'm gonna give the Riccar a chance to recuperate here. And frankly, I don't want to deal with the bag breaking. I'm just gonna use the Bissell to clean off the rest of the area. And then we'll use the Riccar for some areas. If there's one area that's the messiest and I want to get all the stuff up, it's the Bissell. I want to end with it going lower into the carpet, getting all those little pieces and everything. It's nothing against the Riccar, frankly. This area was probably one of the worst, and I just want to. The rest of the area is fine. So let's do this. permanent. I likes. Job well done, both vacuums. Now it's time for the extra fun part of the whole entire thing. The suction tube. And one more thing about the Christmas tree and the vacuums. Remember when I was saying I used this upstairs a lot and I had a lot of cat litter? Yeah. That and cat litter and little prickly thingies from the Christmas tree are the #1 causes of vacuum loss of suction, because, not calling everyone idiots, but people just forget to clean the filters. And that's, you know, when I first caught this, I didn't think about it. And then when I lost suction, when I realized how bad the filter was, you know, really, you would be surprised what little things cause these things lose suction. But just gotta take good care of it. And this one's lasted me a long time. I like it. Personally, between Bissell and Riccar, both are very reliable. However, one thing I hate about the Bissell is the cord. As you see, I had to put that orange cord on there. I probably could have gotten away with not using it, but Bissell vacuums make the shortest cords ever. Literally, I had to put an extension cord on. Literally, with the little orange cord in this, I plug it into the middle outlet. I can do all the rooms now, but before, if I plugged it into the middle outlet, I could probably get to one end of the room to the other, and that was barely any rooms at all. So if you're gonna get a Bissell, buy an extension cord. You're gonna need it, unless you don't mind unplugging it and replugging it. Why are my drum set symbols out here? That's a good question. Oh. I vacuumed out my drum room. I used a little Riccar. It's having brush roll issues. Kind of have to slam it a couple times to turn it on and off before I even realize, oh, I'm supposed to be being used. How long has this video been going on? Probably need to make this a 2 or 3 parter. Oh my gosh, it's almost been 30 minutes. Holy crap.